always angry.
The great Marlon Newbern, a former prison psychologist and great friend of this platform, no longer with us. We miss him every day. He used to say that when people who go into dangerous situations believing that nothing can happen to them, he used to call that infantile omnipotence, because it was their way of believing that just because nothing's ever happened to them before, nothing could happen to them in the future. It's kind of like the safety that a child feels in the crib. The crib is safe, thus the entire world must be safe. I think that must be the way white people and Asian people must feel in Baltimore. They've gotten the message so many times. They're not really welcome there. They've gotten the message so many times. White people are not safe there. They've gotten it from the mayor, the police chief. They get it every day in Baltimore. They just don't want to listen. I don't know what it's going to take to listen. Maybe more of this.
We're leaving dinner here at the Chop Tank on Sunday when they walked out and saw a man being attacked in the middle of the street. It was Michael's instinct to jump in and help, but when he did, he became the victim. Michael O'Hara and his wife were leaving dinner at the Chop Tank in Fells Point Sunday afternoon when they noticed a fight off property.
I walked literally into a fight starting, and they had just hit this guy. I guess he was, I don't know, here 45 years old or somewhere in that area.
Security footage captured Michael, a former guardian angel who volunteered with the nonprofit for 5 years doing unarmed crime prevention, instinctively jumping in to help.
Guardian angel stuff kicks in, try to diffuse the situation, putting your hands up, back off guys, this isn't worth it. I don't know how long that took, and as I looked to the right, my wife was trying to call 911, and they had grabbed her, one of the boys had grabbed her. And that's when I switched and ran over and knocked him off of her. Michael says the group, who police say were 3 teens, then knocked him to the ground and beat him, sending him to the hospital. I will heal. I hope the city changes so other people don't have to heal. Michael says violence in the city seems to be getting worse, and he never imagined he'd be attacked in Fells Point. I don't think it matters anymore to these guys. It's a pack mentality. One guy attacks and the rest of them come in and attack. According to the Baltimore City Police crime map, in the last 3 months, in a half-mile radius of the area where O'Hara was attacked, there have been 15 aggravated assaults, 14 robberies, 2 armed robberies, 11 burglaries, and 1 rape, among other reported crimes. Marcus Dent, a guardian angel and friend of Michael's, says not only is the violence out of hand, but the suspects are becoming more brazen.
You don't wait till night. You don't jump out of the bushes. You're not in the dark alley anymore. You're walking down the street attacking people in broad daylight. And this is becoming the norm. This is the part that upsets me.
How many dozens of violent crimes have happened there in the last 3 months that we know about? Just within a half mile of there, Fells Point, near the inner harbor. Fells Point is where the white people go. They think if they live in their little condos with brick fronts and nicely kept exteriors, they can keep the world out and they'll be safe in their infantile omnipotence kind of way. Anyway, let's look at the raw video of this because we got some decent video on this. It kind of gives us a real life example of what we're talking about, not just the numbers everybody likes to hear about on Twitter. Okay, so this is outside the restaurant. There's your security guard just, singing in the rain, whistling, like singing a song. Everything's cool. Let's wait for the fella in the scooter to cruise on by. Here he comes. Boom. Whoa, he hopped off the scooter. What did he just see to make him stop so quickly? Oh, this is great. An old white dude, and I think somebody looks like his daughter, maybe a wife. Boom. Punches the old white dude in the face. Down goes the old white dude. Here comes the guy who's the hero. He's going to try to cool out the fight, air quotes. He's going to try to cool him out. And he said, come on, fellas, can't we just get along? Hey, what's up with all the fighting? All of a sudden, the guy starts hearing his wife is in distress. Here's some white guys cruising in on scooters. Everybody's talking, trying to make it friendly. Hey, man, what's up? Now the guy hears his wife. Boom, he goes over to protect his wife. Boom, the fella that delivers the first punch punches the original victim again. Here comes the guardian angel. Good bam, he goes down. Now the fellas jump in, kick, kick, kick. The original victim comes in with a flying kick. That's who that white guy is. First I thought he was part of the pack. No, he's part of the defense. Now, the other guys start coming in. There are not from the restaurant. The guy from the restaurant was kind of disinterested in the whole thing. After all, it was probably just a couple of guys blowing off a little steam, having a little fight outside of a restaurant. That's not really that big of a deal in Baltimore. And if you do think it's a big deal, if you do notice that black on white crime in Baltimore, it can't be really worse than the national average, because Heather McDonald and Ann Coulter have been tweeting about this number they just picked up, recently released, 590,000 interracial cases of interracial violence, not counting murder, in 2018. 90% of the interracial violence is black on white, 10% white on black. Yeah, we just saw the 90%.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Well, anybody notice that? Well, if you didn't, you'd be like the reporters. You'll be like the people in the Guardian Angels. They don't notice anything about that. Because noticing makes the black kids angry.